In 1897, 3 Swedish explorers attempted something the world had never seen before: to fly to the North Pole in a hydrogen balloon. Their mission was bold. Their confidence was unshakable. But the Arctic had other plans. This is the haunting story of the Andrée Expedition, a journey that began with hope, drifted into disaster, and ended in one of the great mysteries of polar exploration. Swedish engineer Salomon August Andrée believed the future of exploration was not ships, but flight. With a hydrogen balloon named Örnen, meaning the eagle, Andrée planned to float on Arctic winds, fly over the North Pole, and land somewhere in Alaska or Russia. Backed by the Swedish government, celebrated by the public, and armed with cameras, instruments, and absolute faith in technology, Andrée and his 2 companions, Niels Strindberg, a brilliant young photographer, and Knut Frenkel, an engineer, set off for the Arctic. On July 11, 1897, the balloon rose from Svalbard. Crowds cheered, flags waved, and the world believed a new era of exploration had begun. But within minutes, things went wrong. The balloon's heavy drag ropes, meant for steering, scraped against the icy surface. The balloon lost precious hydrogen. Wind control failed. Andrée wrote calmly in his diary. But the truth was clear. They were no longer navigating. They were drifting. They had traded control for a slow, terrifying descent. After only 65 hours, the balloon crashed onto the frozen Arctic Ocean. The explorers were alive, but stranded on drifting ice, hundreds of kilometers from land. Their balloon was destroyed. Their supplies were too heavy. Their only hope: walk south across moving, breaking, unpredictable ice floes, dragging their boats and equipment. The Arctic had turned into a white, shifting maze. For the next 3 months, the men fought the impossible. They battled storms. They fell through melting ice. They shot polar bears for food. They carried scientific instruments because they still believed their failure could become science. And through it all, Strindberg photographed their journey, capturing some of the most haunting images ever taken in the Arctic. But their strength was fading. Their direction was uncertain, and the ice kept pushing them east, toward the remote island of Kvitøya. In October 1897, they reached the barren island. Here, their diaries end abruptly. What happened next remains unclear. Maybe it was exhaustion, maybe freezing temperatures, maybe illness from eating raw polar bear meat, or perhaps a combination of everything the Arctic could throw at them. All we know is this: Andrée, Strindberg, and Frenkel never left the island. For 33 years, the world wondered about their fate. Then in 1930, a Norwegian expedition found their camp, frozen in time. The diaries, the tools, the photographs, even the final moments of their struggle, preserved in the Arctic silence. Their story, once a tale of triumph, became a symbol of courage, naive optimism, and the unforgiving power of nature. The Andrée Expedition reminds us of a powerful truth. Human ambition can take us far, but the forces of nature will always have the final word. If you want more forgotten expeditions and mysterious true stories, make sure to subscribe, like, and share. More history awaits.